guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Tamara. If you're new here, my channel primarily consists of beauty, a little bit of fashion, and a little bit of lifestyle. Today we are getting into some hair. Sometimes I do hair stuff, not really. I'm personally trying to get more into doing my natural hair. This is my hair before I even tried to blow dry it, but I'm going to try and blow dry it and get it a little bit straighter, and we'll see what happens. So this was my attempt at blow drying and semi-straightening my hair. I have a hot comb. I don't have a straightener, which I need to get a straightener. And I was scared about messing up my curl pattern, so I didn't put it on super hot. So my hair really didn't even get straight. So because I am doing a nice little ponytail, I'm gonna start by creating my part. I'm not a middle part girl. I'm more of a side part girl. So I'm trying to get my part as perfect as I could possibly get it. But like I said, I don't do my hair much, so like my techniques are not great. And I'm very limited on time. I made this decision last minute that I was gonna do this ponytail. I'm gonna fast forward this part just a little bit because you don't need to see me trying to perfect doing my part. I'm trying to like basically smooth my hair down as much as possible before I put in the product, so I figured using a brush. I really didn't even have the ideal brush either to do this, but I decided to use my detangling brush to just try and get it as smooth down as possible before I went in and started putting in the gel. I had a little bit of a struggle trying to perfect this little like swoop because my hair is on the thinner side. So I felt like every time I pulled it back, it just like gave me like not exactly what I was going for. So I had to just keep playing with my hair to perfect the part and perfect the swoop. I had to try and redo this ponytail several times to really give me the look I was going for because every time I placed it, I just like could not get it right. And like I said, I did not have a lot of time when I decided to do this. So all of this playing in my hair, trying to figure out the part and figure out how the swoop is about to go, did not bode well in my favor. Got this ponytail from Amazon. It is a 22-inch La Synthetica. That is correct. It is synthetic. It was like $15. I was like, if anything, I'm probably gonna get like a few uses out of this. So technically it is body wave and it was super soft and felt like human hair initially, like even just like combing through it with my fingers, it was super soft. This ponytail had a little Velcro part that you could attach, and then the part sticking out is how you could wrap it around. My hair is a little bit on the browner side, so it doesn't match perfectly, but we're gonna make it work. So I wanted to use my Got2b spray to like kind of just seal things down, but it's broken, so I couldn't use it. So initially I was going to use my Eco Styler gel, but then I decided let me use this olive oil castor oil jelly that I have. It actually lays my edges really well, so for some reason I thought like, okay, it's going to do the same thing for my hair. But as you can see, as I'm like applying it in my hair, it didn't really give me the effect that I needed it to give me. But it took me a little bit to figure that out. I was like, oh, okay. I thought, okay, well maybe if I just keep adding product, eventually it's gonna lay down the way that I need it to lay down. So I actually wasted a lot of time doing this. So I'm gonna fast forward through this part a little bit and let's get into like what actually started making a difference for my hair. So this is kind of the point where I was like, yeah, it's not laying the way it's supposed to be laying, so let's try something else. So what I did is I decided to go back to my Eco Styler. And immediately, like, my hair started to lay down, and I realized that I had wasted a good, like, 30 minutes. So with my Eco Styler, I just started going back through my hair, basically putting the gel in all the places that I had previously put the other jelly that I was attempting to use. I kept going through with my brush to try and lay down my hair a little bit more, and I was like piling on the gel so that it would stick. So doing this was definitely like trial and error. Like, I never do my natural hair. I always have it in a protective style because I am lazy. And I really don't know how to do it. So this is not by any means like a tutorial as to how to do a sleek ponytail. This is more of just like a get ready with me voiceover style. And I had to do a voiceover style because there was no way that I was going to be able to do my hair and talk at the same time, especially when I was so limited on time. So I'm finally starting to pull it together. As you can see, the ponytail is a lot more sleek. My curls are defined, which I was hoping that it'd be a little bit straighter, but like obviously I failed with my blow drying and my hot comb. So this is me just slicking down my hair and finally being able to pull it back into a pony. And boy, was this wearing me out. Like my hands, my arms were getting so tired from having to slick down my hair like so frequently. Next, I'm just going in with some Gorilla Snot to try and slick my edges a little bit, and then using this edge brush to help really lay things down, which really made a difference. So I think if I got like one of those like boar brushes, I think it would probably help lay my hair down a little bit more. And that's how I really started to get excited about using the edge brush, because I was like, okay, this is laying the way it needs to lay. I should have done this from the beginning. I should have done this 30 minutes ago. All right, so I've done, I think, all that I could do at this point with sleeking down my hair and attempting to do my edges, which I don't know what happened here. So now I think I'm going to try and dry my hair. So I took this scarf to really help lay down my hair. And now came the extremely long process of trying to get my hair dry. Keep in mind, I maybe had like 3 hours, 2 hours to like get ready and get where I needed to get. I was going to meet up with some people for drinks, so like I really didn't have the time to be doing what I was doing, but I figured like if I use a dryer at a semi-higher temperature, maybe it'll dry a little bit faster. And boy, was I wrong. I'm obviously going to speed through this part as well. I think I dried it for a good like 30 minutes or so. And it wasn't completely dry, but it got to a point where it was like dry enough for me to be able to do the things that I needed to do. Now that I'm done drying, I'm crossing my fingers that it laid and it came out the way it was supposed to. It's the unveil time. Unveil, unraveling, unveil. Taking off the scarf to see how it came out. And for my first try, I'd say it's not bad. It definitely is still a little bit wet in the back, which is why I had my fingers like that to show you. There are some parts that were sticking up, so I just went back through with my edge comb and tried to slick it down. The parts that were still sticking up, I decided to put a little more gel over it to help really create that sleek ponytail look. I mean, let me know what you think down below. Do you feel like I sleeked it down pretty good for my first time? Comment down below and let me know. There's a little clip on the inside, and like I said, there's like a Velcro so you can wrap around the ponytail. I didn't turn around enough, but what I did is I just clipped the ponytail to my little natural hair pony that I had in the back. And then with this piece of loose hair and Velcro, I just wrapped it around the ponytail so you couldn't see like the clip and where the disconnect was. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I had a hard time doing this properly and having it stick properly as well, because I just couldn't get the Velcro to stick the way I needed it to. So it took a little bit for me to actually do it properly. So that's what it looks like from the back. I think the ponytail is super cute. I was struggling a little bit with that little hair to wrap around. So I went back in and adjusted it as much as I could. So far, at this point, the ponytail felt very secure. So I went back in with my scarf and tied it down to dry a little bit more while I did my makeup. Now, I went back in to try and tie this scarf a little bit tighter to make sure everything was laid, and boom, the ponytail came off. So it was not secure enough. So I was like, you know what? Let's just do this makeup, and then I'm going to come back and try and secure this ponytail. As long as my hair is drying, it's fine. So I actually have a new routine when it comes to like a quick 15-minute makeup look, when I don't want to put on like a ton of makeup, but I want to look like I'm alive. Of course, I am starting out with my Fenty Beauty Hydrating Primer. So what I've started to do next is I go in with 2 concealers. I go in with one that's closer to my shade, which is Maple in the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. And I do the nifty little TikTok trick. I go in with a lighter shade just to give me a brighter under eye and put it right in the middle. So it's a good mix between the two. So it doesn't look like I have a super bright eye, but just gives me that little brightening effect that I do like. And I'm gonna let this dry a little bit. While that is drying, I'm going to go in and do my eyebrows. I'm using my same old Colourpop brow pencil. It's the same routine, so I'm going to fast forward through this part as well because, like I said, once you've seen one brow routine from me, you've seen them all. So now that it's dried a little bit, I'm going to go in with my Real Technique sponge and blend out all of this concealer. I love the Too Faced concealer because it gives you a lot of coverage, and I have the darkest of dark circles, so I need all the coverage I can get, especially if I'm not using a lot of makeup. I blend it into like the side of my nose too, and then kind of down into like my mouth area just to give me a bunch of coverage. And I do that on both sides. Okay, so because I am in a hurry, I wanted to do a little fox eye trick and I forgot. So I'm gonna still try it anyways. I shouldn't be using this tape, but I don't have anything else to use. So I'm putting the tape at a slant so it can help me lift my eye and give me that nice little fox eye that the girls have been loving. Keep in mind, I've maybe tried this one other time and it wasn't very successful. You've probably seen me try it on my Instagram, so let's see how it turns out today. I'm gonna go in with the Supreme Nudes palette. I'm just gonna use brown because it's quick and it's easy. I think the color that I use is Aesthetic, and then I just blended that all over my eyelid. I started the look off thinking that I just wanted to do a brown, but then I decided let's go for a little neutral eye. So I added in a color that I do not remember. I'll insert the name at the bottom here, but I added this color just to give my eye a nice little neutral look. Next, I went in with my Huda Beauty eyeliner, the legit liner, which I love. It's so easy to use. I've used her previous liner, and this one is like so much easier to use. It's just like a pen, and I am creating a little wing following the line of the tape. Now that my eye look is done, I'm going to go in with my Doopsi lashes. I want to say it's in Shere, but first I got to rip off this tape. Did it come out the way that I wanted? Not exactly, but it's not terrible either. And obviously, because I didn't do this ahead of time, it ripped off some of my concealers. I'm going to go in a little bit more to add the coverage that I ripped off. I'm going to go in with a lighter shade too, because I do like that brighter under eye. While the concealer is drying, I always like to add mascara to my lashes before I put on my fake lashes because it just helps blend everything together a lot more. Lashes are popped on, so I am going to blend this concealer out. Next, I'm going to go in with some setting powder. I actually really like to use my Fenty when I'm going for a lighter look. So I'm going in with my Fenty powder in the color Honey. It is a little bit darker than I typically go, but I'm also okay with that because I am using a brighter concealer and I am going for like a not heavy makeup look. Although I guess I don't usually wear heavy makeup, but like it's not as brightening as some of my other powders. In the Fashion of Fenty, I have added the Fenty powder foundation to my collection and I love it. Like, since I got it, I'm like wearing it on a consistent basis. That's why I'm not even wearing liquid foundation, because this Fenty powder has got me hooked. I'm in the color 385 and it just gives you like the perfect no makeup type of look. Like, I'm obsessed. I've been hearing the girls talk about it for a minute. I've been like, I don't need it. When do I ever wear powder foundation? But I tried it and I was like, this is what I've been missing out on. I'm hooked. If you're a no makeup type of girl, Fenty is not sponsoring this video, although one day they will. I'm putting it out into the universe. You should totally get this powder. The initial brush that I started using was not giving me the coverage that I wanted, so I just used a little sponge that comes with the package, and it allows you to put a lot more product on your face. I feel like Fenty is my go-to when it comes to a no makeup type of look. So I'm going to go in with my Fenty bronzer and apply it all over my perimeter and right under my cheekbones. So now that I have put finishing spray on my face, put my bronzer on, I need to go get ready. I'm out of time. I thought that I would have enough time to do everything that I need to do, but I'm going to go change off camera, put my pony back in, and I'll be right back. All right, so I've changed my outfit. I got to get going, but this is the final product. Feel like it came out pretty good, pretty sleek, but comment down below. Let me know what you think. I actually ended up putting in some bobby pins and a rubber band in my hair just to secure the ponytail since it was coming out. But I gotta get going. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, all that. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye.